It's time for Portland Wrestling 2000s. Now, here he is, your number one host, Frank Culbertson.
Hey wrestling fans, Frank Culbertson back here once again on Portland Wrestling 2000s. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for the delay in getting more content up here on the channel. Been very busy working on this project. Oh yeah, the history of Hawaii wrestling. And it is a tremendous book, 540 pages, coming to Amazon very, very soon. Stay tuned for more details. But tonight, Bubba and Jeremy in action against their foes, the Cartel. So let's get right to the action. And this interview, all I said was, Cartel, you and the Blanchards tonight, and they take it from there. This is what makes them one of the great teams in Portland wrestling history.
Fans, another great night of action here on Portland Wrestling CNW 14, brought to you by Stuff out on 82nd. Let's go for the Pacific Northwest Tag Team title as they take on the current champions, the Cartel.
The Blanchards. Didn't they have a certain guy with them? The trifecta? Who was that?
That was old school Oliver John.
Oliver John.
Man, you're very familiar with putting him out of wrestling.
I heard Oliver John's real clumsy. He's all thumbs.
You're funny, Vinny. Funny man.
What do you mean funny?
You know, you're funny, you know? Like,
what do you mean? Funny how?
Like
I'm a sideshow? Am I funny? Like I'm funny haha?
No.
Dude, you're taking it all wrong, bro.
Grown-ups are talking. Funny how? What do you mean funny? Like I'm here to amuse you? I make you laugh? That's my job now?
No.
He's the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, you're the champ.
I got you. Come on, this he's just messing around.
Before we get to the Blanchards, let's talk about that title belt. The board of directors has asked why it hasn't been replaced by your Uncle Sal.
My Uncle Sal's very busy right now. You know, the playoffs are going on. There's lots of bets going on. You know, and so he's got to take care. You know, he owns a casino. You know, he's got to do here, he's got to do there. You know, bada boom, bada bing. It's a beautiful thing. You know, exactly. The speakeasy. Yeah. He used to bounce there.
Everything on the up and up?
Of course. Why would anything be on the down?
Well, let's talk about that title matchup tonight with the Blanchards. Big Ugly, the Blanchards, former champions, they have a score to settle with you guys.
Well, the Blanchards are going to stay the former champions. You know, you two, I hear you coming out here and you want to run your mouth. Every week you come in here, you yell, you scream, and now you want to talk about how you got our pictures hanging up on your mirror in your bathroom.
That's sick.
That is just gross. I know, Fruity Flakes, you got a picture of us too.
Absolutely not.
And you sit on your hand for 30 minutes and give yourself to stranger, and that's fine. Do whatever you want to do as long as you don't do it in front of me. Because Blanchards, I am so sick and tired of wrestling you two. We're about to just give you the titles so you leave us the hell alone. Because either way, we get paid top dollar. We get paid more money than anybody in this area. When we go to shows, we don't get paid off in free trips to the salad bar and garlic bread. And we don't get paid off in free vouchers for video games at your local pizzeria.
And free Road Warriors tapes, that's what they got.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Fearless Frank, or Fruity Flakes as I like to call you.
Well, that matchup will be tonight for the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship in your main event.
The Cartel, I never knew what was going to come out of their mouths. I always knew it was going to be good, and it was going to be entertaining. So let's get to the ring right now for those introductions by Gilbert Corsi, who now a news anchor in Kentucky.
This contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 485 pounds, Jeremy and Bubba, the Blanchards. And their opponents, weighing in at 520 pounds, they are the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champions, Big Ugly, Vinny, the Cartel.
There they are, the tag team champions, the Cartel. But Jim,
well, you saw the Blanchards. They're laying in wait for the Cartel, and the Cartel clearly doesn't know it.
well, they're taking the Blanchards awful lightly right now, aren't they? Not paying any attention to anything that's happening around them.
They can't even realize that they're heading toward the ring, and the Blanchards aren't there. And there you see them
There's
slither
Bubba
across the
Blanchard
ring.
and Jeremy from behind. They got taken out last time. They're the ones that are going to take them out this time.
And like you said, the Blanchards are just waiting for this, have been waiting so long for this match. You can tell they've obviously been thinking a lot about it if they've come up with a strategy to lay in wait there and get the Cartel and jump them from behind.
And now Big Ugly and Jeremy Blanchard off to one side. Jeremy Blanchard and Vinny Massaro. The Cartel in real trouble early in this matchup. And now Bubba Blanchard taking Big Ugly around the ring. This matchup with referee Albert McClure has not officially started. I don't think the referee has rang the bell yet, Jim.
Who knows if it's going to start? A lot of times these things end in disqualifications. Blanchards better be. Did you see?
A fan bringing in a pie pan. Anything that can go, and now Jeremy Blanchard has got Vinny Massaro in trouble, and now Big Ugly being choked by Bubba Blanchard. This isn't going to be a wrestling match, Jim. This is going to be a brawl.
You can tell how much this means to the Blanchards to finally get their hands on the Cartel. All they've had to put up with, and this is very much like a catharsis. All of this bad energy and bad feelings have been brewing for so long, and like a steam kettle, the Blanchards able to let loose on the Cartel.
Oh my goodness, a hard shot by Jeremy Blanchard. But look at Bubba in the ring. He is just eyes of fire. He is letting Big Ugly hit him time and time again. Big Ugly now reversed it, being chopped across the corner by Bubba Blanchard.
This is as hard-hitting a match as you're going to see. Neither side wants to give an inch, and this is very, very exciting.
Now, Vinny Massaro in trouble outside the ring. Bubba and Big Ugly trading chops inside the ring over and over. It's like they want to prove who the bigger man is. Bubba Blanchard looks to have won that one. Now, Jeremy and Big Ugly outside.
Jeremy's got a cane from a fan.
Your champion, Vinny Massaro, rolling back in. He is pleading right now for a timeout from Jeremy Blanchard. And Jim, are there timeouts in pro wrestling?
I think we know the answer to that. The answer is no. And there you see Bubba taking what looks to be a pizza pie pan, banging it, getting the crowd behind them chanting, "Cartel sucks."
Well, there you see the Pacific Northwest Tag Team titles being brought out laid here on the table by J.D. Bishop. This is a brutal brawl. It is going to be, Jim, as they say, Katie bar the door.
Absolutely. To borrow another phrase, there is excitement in the air as the Blanchards now just opening up on the Cartel, and a little improvised bulldog there by Jeremy.
This could even become a Pier 6 brawl.
It could be a slobber knocker as well.
Oh, Vinny Massaro caught an elbow from Big Ugly. There is problems in the Cartel again. Double drop kick on Vinny Massaro right into Big Ugly. And now, oh my goodness, that is that's a rude awakening.
Exactly. Can the Blanchards keep up this kind of momentum?
I don't know if they can. Can the Blanchards win the Pacific Northwest Tag Team titles? Fans, we need to take a break. We'll find out the answer to that right after this timeout. Fans, while we were gone, Bubba Blanchard continued to pound away on Vinny Massaro. Jeremy Blanchard off into the corner. Both men now, it has become regular tag team war as Vinny Massaro back in the corner. Bubba with the tag on Jeremy Blanchard. The Blanchards clearly focused, ready. Oh, a 3D on Vinny Massaro.
These guys are clearly focused. They've obviously put a lot of strategy and a lot of thought into this matchup. This is a solid game plan, perhaps the best I've ever seen the Blanchards look.
The Blanchards, after 100 days, after time to think about how they were screwed by the Cartel into losing with the disqualification for the barbed wire baseball bat, the Cartel has pulled the wool over the Blanchards one too many times. If you ask Jeremy and Bubba, they want revenge tonight. They want tag team gold.
Exactly. What's the saying? Payback is
it's something like that, Jim
female
Valley.
dog.
Absolutely, fans. This matchup being brought to you by the great folks at the Buckhead Show on Z100 and K-Duck in Eugene. Even though Derek the Weasel is on there, listen to Buckhead. Listen to the rest of the game. They'll start your mornings off right. Starting with rights right now is Bubba Blanchard on the midsection of Vinny Massaro.
These guys are focused. But maybe Vinny Massaro has found an opening as he gets the leg up, comes down off the top rope, drives that forearm and elbow right into the back of Bubba Blanchard.
Well, sometimes emotion carries you just a little too far, and it looks like Bubba maybe was running on pure emotion, pure adrenaline, came in hard charging. Vinny Massaro, he isn't the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Champion for no reason. They aren't the tag team champions for no reason. A fine, well-oiled unit that works well together.
Exactly. There you see the nice rear chin lock there by Big Ugly. Grounding. That's probably a very solid strategy because the Blanchards have been just perpetual motion. Get them stopped, get them grounded, and open up on them. And that's exactly the strategy the Cartel is using here.
Good double team maneuvers, whether you like it or not. Very successful as Vinny Massaro taking advantage of the referee being distracted by Jeremy Blanchard. What a big clothesline by Bubba Blanchard.
Catches him with that hook. Now the question is, does he have the energy and the capacity to capitalize on that maneuver? Can he get the crowd behind him? Can he turn this into a turning point in the match? But nice move there by J.D. Bishop.
J.D. Bishop has been instructed by the board of directors. I understand he paid a substantial amount of money, Uncle Sal's money, I understand, for what he tried to pull as Brian Ward against DJ Riz. DJ Riz, of course, advancing to next week's semifinal. He will be taking on Timothy Thatcher, the British Messiah. But Big Ugly has some scores to settle with Uncle Sal. What they're planning like they're hitting a home run.
Oh, and he's going to slide into home plate.
Oh, my goodness, did he hit him hard. Oh, my.
Forget Barry Bonds. That was some hard wood there by Vinny Massaro.
Vinny Massaro now going after Jeremy. Jeremy taken down. This is where the Cartel is at its best. See, they've got Jeremy just thinking the wrong sort of thoughts, running on emotion, leaving his partner in the ring to be pounded on by J.D. Bishop.
You can see that Bubba Blanchard is taking a tremendous beating now as the Cartel has just opened up. And like you said, you don't have to like their methods. Yeah, they cheat a lot, but if they didn't have this foundation, they wouldn't be where they are. And this is indeed why they are holding all the gold in Portland Wrestling.
Absolutely. Outside the ring right now is Vinny Massaro. As Jeremy Blanchard, look at Big Ugly, has done a great job distracting the referee Albert McClure. Clothesline puts Bubba Blanchard down. The tag team belt sitting here on the table in front of me, Jim, belong to the Cartel. They have held them for a number of months. One of the most successful reigns in recent Portland wrestling history.
You talk about people like the Army in the history of Portland wrestling or Rip Oliver's clan. You've got to put the Cartel right up there. It's like they used to say, bring out the wheelbarrow because they've got all of the belts.
Absolutely. You think of great tag teams in the history of Portland wrestling. You think of Lonnie Main and Tony Bourne. You think of the Kangaroos.
The Sheep Herders, Roddy Piper and Rick Martel.
Absolutely. Both of these teams right up there in legendary status, if you ask me. Great competitors, both winning teams. Right up there with the very best of them in Portland wrestling.
Tremendous teamwork here by the Cartel. You've got to give them their due. That drop toe hold into the baseball slide again, working over the neck of Bubba Blanchard. They have been very, very effective.
Well, Vinny Massaro, oh my goodness, now he just spits at Jeremy Blanchard once again. That is the emotion that is running, and Bubba paying the price, being choked by the t-shirt that was worn by Vinny Massaro.
Bubba Blanchard has taken a beating during this match. You can see his face is all red. He's drooling all over the place. He's taken a pounding at the hands of the Cartel. If Uncle Sal's watching this, Uncle Sal is happy right now.
I'm not sure. Vinny Massaro just giving us some sort of a sign language. I'm not sure that was a happy wave or what.
If it's you, I'm sure it's not. They tried to take you out last week or a couple of weeks ago.
Board of directors has talked to them about that as well. The Blanchards right now in serious trouble in the ring. J.D. Bishop really leaning back on that rear chin lock on Bubba Blanchard.
This has been an emotional matchup on both teams. Obviously, the Blanchards want to get their revenge, but the Cartel has been just as emotional at times, trying to keep the Blanchards from getting what they have. And you see just working over that neck and the throat of Bubba Blanchard has been very effective here by J.D. Bishop and Vinny Massaro, the Cartel.
Again, some of the biggest and the best here on Portland Wrestling each and every week. It's the Cartel. It's the Blanchards. Bubba now, oh, beautiful clothesline puts Bubba and Vinny Massaro down. It was a 2-for-1 special by Bubba
It
Blanchard.
was almost as if J.D. Bishop DDT'd Vinny Massaro, courtesy of that clothesline by Bubba Blanchard. And here comes Jeremy.
Jeremy with a drop kick puts him down. He's been waiting for this moment to get inside the ring. The Cartel has kept him outside, but now he is the house on fire.
Jeremy has been waiting and waiting and waiting, and there you see as he takes on both men here in the Cartel. Vinny Massaro getting worked over at the hands of Jeremy Blanchard. In comes Bubba, and things are definitely breaking down here, Frank. He's going to go to 11.
There is not a 10 count. He is going all the way.
10, 11, there it is.
Bubba Blanchard.
Bubba Blanchard. Learn your math, kids. Watch wrestling. Nice snap. First power slam there.
Beautiful move by Jeremy Blanchard. Dropped Vinny Massaro right outside. And a spear. Beautiful move by Bubba Blanchard. Takes J.D. Bishop down. Jim, I can feel the momentum has really changed in this matchup. And the Cartel is in grave danger of losing their title.
I don't think I've ever seen a more tenuous grasp on a tag team title. What is Vinny doing now?
That should do it. Vinny's got a fish again. He's got the ring the bell is disqualification. He's got a fish sack of
fish again.
Now it wasn't the title belt that was in it this time. It is Vinny Massaro beating him senseless with frozen fish. Oh my goodness, that's
a fish stick. I cannot believe he did that.
That's a fish stick. Of course, that's Jim Valley from Wrestling Observer Live on commentary with me. Jim's every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. You want to tune in and listen to him. He'll tell you what's really happening in the world of professional wrestling. In this match, while the Cartel kept the titles, it didn't end the feud. And so coming up, it's supposed to be the Cartel against the Blanchards once again, but there seems to be an issue.
Wrestling fans, welcome back. Portland Wrestling CNW 14, brought to you by the great folks at Comcast. Video on demand. You can watch Portland Wrestling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is double main event tonight. It is the light heavyweight championship being determined as the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher, takes on El Hijo de Chupacabra in a terrific matchup. The Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship is on the line as the Cartel defends against the Blanchards. Jeremy, not here.
Yo, dog, Jeremy. You know, Frank Culbertson, I come out here a whole lot, and I do a lot of yelling and screaming. But right about now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell people a little something.
Fantastic!
For a long time now, we've been battling with the Cartel. All up and down I-5, everywhere we go, it's us and the Cartel. And this whole Uncle Sal thing, little joke here, little joke there. Jeremy may have said a couple things inappropriate last show, I don't know. But all I know is, after the last television taping, the cars that were following us, coming out of the weight room, having people stand by our cars, having our families come out of grocery stores with men standing there saying, how is your family doing? And now the icing on the cake. I go by my brother's house. My brother, we have the same blood coursing through our veins. I go to my brother's house. He's not there. I asked the neighborhood, have you seen my brother? They said, in the middle of the night, we saw him leave the house. We saw him with luggage. We saw him thrown in the trunk in a frantic. We didn't figure we'd call. You guys are so close. The phone calls are coming in, we figured. But he didn't call me. So now I'm in a position where I don't know where my brother is. And I happen to be one of the best damn wrestlers alive today, so I gotta walk into this arena tonight. And I gotta take my chubby little body, walk down to that ring, get in the ring with a Cartel who just happen to be the best damn tag team I've ever seen in my life. And I gotta crawl in there. And I'm going to fight like I've never fought before. I'm going to go crazy all over you. I'm going to wreak havoc on your souls. Because, damn it, I know you had everything to do with why my brother's missing. I know you're the reason Jeremy's not standing right there. So tonight, the board of directors has seen fit to let DJ Riz take his place. It could have been anyone, but I'm glad to have Hell's Kitchen standing next to me. Boys, Hell's Kitchen is a walk in the park compared to what you're in for tonight. So walk that aisle and get ready, because damn it, I know it was you. I know there's a reason I haven't heard from my brother in 2 weeks. DJ Riz, tell him about it.
Yo, dog, he's got it all correct. Me and Bubba Blanchard,
We're going to win the tag straps from the Cartel. Who the hell is the Cartel coming out? That Big Ugly, he hit me with the pile driver off the top. I was seeing gimmicks all day long. Jeremy's gone. Bubba's all riled up. I got to come in and do something, dog. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to get on him and skeet, all over him, dog. All over the face. Frankie, pale wash, Frankie. Tell him, Frankie.
He's not Jeremy Blanchard, but an able substitute the board of directors has found for tonight. It'll be Bubba Blanchard, DJ Riz against the Cartel. In fact, right now, let's go and get a word with the Cartel.
Chi-Town Ken here, along with 2/3 of the Cartel. Big Ugly, where's Vinny?
Yeah, Ugly, where's Vinny, dude? He's got my stuff in my hair. I can't get it up. Hey, he's got it in his bag. Where is it?
Not getting it up is your problem. It has nothing to do with me right now. But what I want to talk about is my boss, Mr. Vinny Massaro. You know, sometimes in our line of work, you have stuff that has to get done, and Uncle Sal has to call the boss to go take care of it. So Vinny went to Vegas. He's handling some business up there. He visited a couple, let's just say, gentlemen's clubs. So he's just running a little behind schedule.
Well, first Jeremy Blanchard's gone. Now Vinny. Something's going on.
No, you don't worry about Jeremy or anything. We took care of Jeremy Blanchard. He's running a little behind also. Let's say he's running a lot behind. But maybe we'll hear more about that from Bubba. Speaking of Bubba Blanchard, Bubba, let me put it to you this way. I know you're going to come out here and you're going to run your mouth about what happened to your brother or what's going to happen to you, and I know you still going to want a title shot. And I know you're thinking because my boss, Mr. Massaro, isn't here, that I don't have the guts to put these belts on the line. Well, you know what? I think Luster here is a perfect replacement for my boss, and we can get the job done. So if you have any kind of intestinal fortitude, I know it's a big word for you, why don't you and your little buddy, DJ Riz, come to the ring against me and Luster, and we'll put these titles on the line.
Whoa, did you clear that with Uncle Sal?
I don't have to clear with Uncle Sal.
I'd clear with Vinny at least.
Don't be stupid. I can handle this right now.
No Jeremy? No Vinny Massaro? And Big Ugly didn't check with Uncle Sal? Drama here on Portland Wrestling 2000s. So let's go to the ring. Ken Stillwell with the introductions, and I'm joined once again by Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer Live.
Introducing first the challengers at a combined weight of 415 pounds, Bubba Blanchard and DJ Riz. Their opponents and current tag team champions at a combined weight of 505 pounds from the Cartel, Big Ugly and Luster the Legend.
Well, there we have seen coming through the door the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champions, at least for tonight. It is Big Ugly and Luster the Legend, Jim Valley. We know no Vinny Massaro, and obviously standing in the ring, no Jeremy Blanchard.
This is going to be a very bizarre match here tonight, Frank. We are missing the brains of the Cartel, Vinny Massaro, but at the same time, you know that with one half of the Blanchards, they're not the same tag team. There's got to be going something through his mind. I mean, no disrespect to DJ Riz, but to be quite honest, you know, his last name is not Blanchard. If there's no Jeremy, look at Bubba's face. He's very somber tonight.
He is, and you know, being brothers, people that have worked together, lived together, played together, done sports together, and wrestled together, they know each other's move. I'm telling him about Jeremy Blanchard right now.
He's getting ready to challenge for the tag team titles, what they were denied for how many days?
90 days.
And he's focusing on his brother.
Well, you know, the Cartel has really gotten inside the Blanchards' head. The Blanchards, now they attack right before the bell. There it is. The Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship is on the line. DJ Riz and Big Ugly right now in the ring, and Luster the Legend battling Bubba Blanchard outside. As I mentioned, as a tag team, you need to know what the other person's doing, what they're thinking. They had really gelled as a unit from being brothers like they were. This is not quite the same as with DJ Riz.
Well, not only what they're thinking, but what are Big Ugly and Luster the Legend thinking? Big Ugly has got to be thinking, if this goes badly, we may not see him next week, thanks to Uncle Sal. And Luster the Legend's got to be thinking the exact same thing. If they lose the tag team titles, Vinny Massaro comes back, he and Uncle Sal are not going to be happy.
Not going to be happy at all. Right now, DJ Riz is not very happy as Big Ugly JD Bishop is really applying the rear chin lock. down on the ground. Big Ugly has a considerable size advantage over that light heavyweight DJ Riz.
What are you talking about? Big Ugly's a light heavyweight, isn't he? Wasn't he here? Was it a few weeks ago wrestling for the light heavyweight tournament?
He claims, of course, that he is the best light heavyweight in the world. There's the pin, 1-2. In fact, it was DJ Riz that he was supposed to meet. DJ Riz wants to show that no matter the size, it's the fight in the man that makes the difference. And right now, DJ Riz tugs in, and in comes Bubba Blanchard, a man who really wants the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, but this might not be his night. I mean, he's focused on his brother. I mean, can you imagine, Frank? Anybody who's lost a family member knows how deep that pain is. His brother, they do everything together. He's talked to him forever. You know there's a lot of emotion, but how much focus does Bubba Blanchard have right now?
I'm not sure right now. Focusing is what is hard for JD Bishop, because he just took a right from DJ Riz on the apron of the ring. Bubba with a big clothesline, down goes Big Ugly. He might not be as focused, but he can sure hit really hard.
There's no doubt about it. There's Lester the Legend there with his new pants. He must have got it from somebody's body shop, it looks like. Look at those things.
Yeah, it reminds me of great work done over by Captain Jack's Tattoo Parlor. Fans, if you need some new ink and some piercing, Captain Jack's the place to take care of you. Dave will take good care of you. Right now, taking care of Bubba Blanchard, Lester the Legend, with that new hairstyle. Can't get it to stand up tonight.
That's a way to put it, or he couldn't get it up. But hey, those are your words, not mine.
Well, Lester the Legend now just pounding away. Referee Mark Watson, third man in the ring for this Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship. The Blanchards, Bubba Blanchard, a former Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champion, but with his brother. This would be his first win with DJ Riz, who's made an impressive debut in Portland Wrestling in the last few weeks, Jim.
Well, and that's what I want to know. If whichever team wins, will they then be the tag team champions? Will DJ Riz be one half of the tag team champions, or will he give it up to Jeremy Blanchard? What about if the Cartel wins? Does that mean now Luster and Big Ugly are the tag team champions? There's a lot of unanswered questions whether or not who wins this matchup.
And the big question is, where is Jeremy Blanchard, and where is Vinny Massaro? Big Ugly says he's off doing business for Uncle Sal, but what business? Well, I'm not afraid to ask what business that might be.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be looking for you, much like they were looking for Jimmy Hoffa.
Right now, Big Ugly, with a good move, counter rolls Bubba Blanchard over. It's really pulling back on that chin lock down on the match. Sort of like an STF, but doesn't quite have it pulled back far enough.
He's definitely got it locked in, showing some nice chain wrestling skills there. You know, for all of their hitting people with frozen fishers, for all of their annex, for all of their breaking title belts, when it comes down to it, the tricks will only get you so far. You've got to have a solid foundation, and, you know, like it or not, Big Ugly, JD Bishop has got that foundation. That is why he's one half of the tag team champions here in the Pacific Northwest.
Absolutely. Speaking of champions, Jim, later on tonight, the Portland Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship will be determined. History in the making, as it will be El Hijo de Chupacabra taking on Timothy Thatcher, the British Messiah, a matchup that is the talk of the wrestling world.
I'll tell you what, never in the history of Portland wrestling has there ever been a light heavyweight champion. Think about some of the great smaller wrestlers that have been here. Hack Sawyer, Bart Sawyer for that matter, completely unrelated. Al Madrill. For the first time ever, we're going to crown a light heavyweight champion in Portland wrestling. History in the making here tonight, fans. Stick around. You want to be a part of it.
You can't leave out Mike Rogers' favorite wrestler, Eric Froelich, a star here in Portland Wrestling.
Absolutely.
Him and Ricky Hunter. They're Luster the Legend right now.
The Floridian Ricky Hunter.
Absolutely. Big shoulder tackle by Luster the Legend. You know, we have Paul Isadora, a giant with the AOD, but Luster the Legend is not a man to be overlooked. Really tall, and when he drives that shoulder in, he comes at you with tremendous impact.
He's got the proverbial $1 million body and, well, 10-cent brain. But you know something? That is one train you don't want to be standing in front of it. Look at the pain. Look at the pain and the suffering right now on the face of Bubba Blanchard. Not only is he taking all of this punishment, but he's got inner turmoil. Where the hell is his brother?
He's got to try to stay focused because the Tag Team Championship carries tremendous prestige and larger contracts with it, Jim Valley. As you know, money is just about everything to professional wrestlers.
Look at that, taking DJ Riz out of the equation. Luster the Legend showing, yeah, maybe he does have a little ring generalship when he's in there. This is a completely different Bubba Blanchard. Nice shoulder block right into the ring post. That is going to do some damage, but can Bubba capitalize on it? That's the question here tonight, Frank.
Bubba Blanchard, he's trying with all of his might to make it to the corner to tag DJ Riz. Luster is getting up. He's got the tag to Big Ugly, and here comes DJ Riz. DJ Riz, a spinning kick, puts down Big Ugly. Now he follows us up with a clothesline. DJ Riz cleaning house. Now Luster the Legend feeling the wrath of DJ.
I guess that would be a DTT Tizzle or something like that. I don't even know.
Or Shizzle or something like that.
Exactly. But either way, nice explosion there. Nice intensity by DJ Riz. He wants it, and he wants it bad.
I thought that was it, Jim. His hand, referee Mark Watts' hand was coming down for the 3 count. Low blow by Big Ugly.
I'll tell you what, man. The Cartel has stayed on top of Portland Wrestling for just about as long as anybody right now, and it's moves like that keep them number one. You got to give it to them. Nice Insagiri knocks out Big Ugly, and Big Ugly is seeing some probably big stars right about now.
Bubba Blanchard and DJ Riz with the upper hand right now. The beautiful tag team belt, solid gold here in front of me, Jim. Luster the Legend is outside, and he is picked up.
Does he have some?
Look who is here.
Wait a second, there's Vinny. I don't know if he's caught on camera yet, but Vinny Massaro is right here.
He says he is late. He says he's late. He's right
outside.
What are you doing?
Did you have front row for Celine Dion in Vegas? What the heck are you doing
now
here?
Vinny Massaro is in the ring.
There's Vinny. Wait a second.
DJ Riz got caught, but he counters it. Now the referee outside the ring with Luster the Legend. Vinny Massaro says he's sorry he was late. His bag is out here. Oh my goodness, DJ Riz is in for a real rude awakening.
Is this the WMD?
Oh my
goodness gracious.
Oh, that should do it. Vinny Massaro says, bada bing to him. It's a beautiful thing. Luster the Legend trying to get the referee's attention back into the ring. Well, Vinny is clearly upset in the ring right now. Clearly upset at Big Ugly for, I guess, defending the title. Blanchard hit double clothesline. Bubba Blanchard back with a vengeance.
You know something? The family should have kept family business outside the ring, because they may have just cost themselves the tag team titles.
Luster the Legend throwing Bubba Blanchard out. I don't think Mark Watson ever saw Vinny Massaro.
Wait a second. It's the shifter, isn't it, Frank?
Oh my goodness, he nailed it. Russian leg sweep into a Cobra clutch type deal, and no one gets out of this one. It is all over. Ring the bell. The winners of the match, and still Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champion, the Cartel.
It started as a tag team match. It ended up with a 3-on-2.
And look at Vinny Massaro outside the ring. He's not
puzzled,
sure what happened.
Yeah, he doesn't know why the belts are on the line. He's like, there was a tag team match, but wait a second, the titles were on the line?
Well, Luster the Legend knows his role, as they say, and gives Vinny Massaro the title back.
But Vinny does not look happy. Look at him. Look at the furrowed brow of Vinny Massaro.
Vinny Massaro making him pick up the bag. Luster refused to pick up the bag.
Wait a sec. This was Big Ugly's idea, and look who he's trying to pass the buck to. He's trying to pass the buck onto Luster the Legend.
Luster the Legend winning the match with the shifter, but not taking home the gold. That remains around Big Ugly and Vinny Massaro. Bubba Blanchard checking on DJ Riz, clearly hurt.
You know something, Frank? I was wrong. Remember when I said if they lost the tag team titles, they'd have to answer to Uncle Sal? They retained the titles, and you know something? They still might be called on Uncle Sal's carpet.
That was where Vinny Massaro was. I don't know.
Vinny Massaro clearly unhappy. Uncle Sal was unhappy, but they retained the tag team champions, and they would sort things out in coming weeks. But where was Jeremy Blanchard? He would return in a couple of weeks, and so we're going to go to an interview with Jeremy and Bubba's. Jeremy tries to explain, and as he prepares for a matchup with ECW's Mustafa. Then we'll get some words from Mustafa with the lovely Lisa Hughes.
ECW 14 brought to you by Stuff, great people out on 82nd. Tonight, you were going to see 3 main events. It is DJ Riz taking on Rick Luxury, the AOD and the Conglomerate in 6-man action. And you were going to see Jeremy Blanchard return to Portland Wrestling, taking on Mustafa of the ECW fame.
Whew, Mustafa, huh? Old Jack. I can't wait, Frank. You know, I need to ask him one question before I get started, though. Old Jack, do you really smell that bad that you have to put your... Please what, Frank? I mean, he puts a bandana right here so he can't even smell his own stench. If a guy can't stand his own stench, how can I stand it, Frank?
Well, I have to ask you, the board of directors has asked, wrestling fans have emailed PortlandWrestlingTV.com and asked, Jeremy Blanchard, where were you? You left your partner high and dry.
High and dry, Frank? High and dry? I don't look at it that way. When you got family business going on, and I'm sorry, Bubba, but you're the younger brother. You can't handle stuff like this quite yet. Okay, but I had to handle family business. That's not high and dry. I think I left him in good hands, didn't I, Frank? DJ Reyes, right?
A lot of people asked, so Vinny Massaro wasn't here. You weren't here, both on family business. Anything we should know about?
Well, I'm not Italian, Frank. I don't have his business. My business is different. I'm a Blanchard. I'm a champion.
Well, let's go to the other Blanchard. Bubba?
Here's the business at hand right now. The last time I was standing right here, doing what I happen to do better than any other athlete back in that locker room. The Cartel saw fit to jump me from behind. You got Luster the Legend and Big Ugly, two of the biggest badasses walking the face of the planet today. They jumped me from behind, beat me like a dog, leaving my carcass down there, and then that fat meatball, he comes strutting out here like he's the man of the hour. And he takes out a butterfly knife, and he cuts up my head. While you were dealing with family business, I was in the hospital with getting $8,000 worth of plastic surgery to cover up the cuts from the butterfly knife, to cover up the cuts from Luster the Legend, that tall Mohawk, 6'3", 305-pound stud athlete that he is, from beating on my skull, cracking my skull. $8,000.
You paid $8,000?
Yeah, to get this all covered up and cleaned up. I don't know what you were doing. I don't know what high-rise hotels, what family business you were dealing with. But I was back here worried about tag team gold. I was back here.
Dissension in the family here.
I don't want to hear about dissension, Frank Culberson. The only thing I want the fans to know is this. Big Ugly, Luster the Legend, I hope to hell they put you two in the ring. I hope they let you two defend those tag titles. Because when we get together like we are, dissension or not, there is no dissension, I might add, Frank Culberson. You just have to realize one thing, and that is this. I don't care if you happen to be two of the best damn wrestlers walking the face of the earth. What it is this. A long time ago, these two brothers right here, we had goals and aspirations of becoming the greatest sports legend the Pacific Northwest has ever known. Oh, and yeah, we became that. Because we've been on the mountaintop 3 different times. 3 different times. We walk to the ring, we get inside, and we're the best damn professional wrestlers going today, bar none.
Well, easy, bud. Easy. Take a breath. It's all right. It's okay. I understand. Hey, I understand. I understand. But like I said, he's the little brother. He doesn't understand. I understand if Big Brother was gone.
Little brother or not, big voice carries loud distances. So guess what, boys? I might be a lot of bark, but I got one hell of a bite. That's why they call me Double B, because I'm double bad. I got 20-inch arms, 31-inch thighs, a big butt, and a fat gut. But, Daddy, I can beat the hell out of any man walking the face of the earth today.
He likes to hear himself talk, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
hey, I thought I was part of this, too, you know, the Blanchard brothers.
We are
brothers.
Yeah,
okay.
Disappeared for a month.
I think we'll let you guys go work this out in the back.
And I'm here with Mustafa. Mustafa, you're a former ECW World Tag Team Champion, and everyone in Portland Wrestling has set their sights on knocking your socks off. Tonight, it's Jeremy Blanchard. He's getting his shot. What do you say about that?
'Cause we got the streets, suckers! Can you dig it? Mr. Blanchard, you're going down, baby. You know what? Mustafa is going to do something to you that's new, that's going to turn me on. I'm going to rip your arm from your shoulders, and then I'm going to tell you what, when it's dangling, after I finish with that, I'm going to stomp your face into the ground until it's vaporized. And you know what that's going to be to me? It's done. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we got the street, suckers. Can you dig it? See, the thugs love me. But the people up there somewhere else that's up there, the parasite elite people, they can't stand me. You know what? The gangs love me. But you know what? The president, he hates me. But you know what? I don't care about no Taliban. Okay, don't put me in none of those categories. Because the benefactor is going to finish you off. And Blanchard, when I get through with you, I'm going to take over Portland Championship Wrestling, and then I'm going to bring my folks in, and then you know what they're called? They're called the New Techniques. When they come in here, they're going to take over and beat everybody up that's around me. And then after that, I'm going to take this commission out, and then Mr. Mustafa is going to be president of Portland Championship Wrestling.
Okay, well, I'm scared. Well, let's go back to the ring. It's Mustafa and Jeremy Blanchard.
This next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at 275 pounds from South Central Los Angeles, he is the benefactor, Mr. Mustafa. His opponent at 245 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Jeremy Blanchard.
There they are, the boys from Memphis, the Princes of Memphis, Jeremy and Bubba Blanchard for this big matchup. Jeremy Blanchard, Jim Valley, as we have already mentioned earlier tonight. Look at him coming around, shaking the fans' hands, a real fan favorite. Coming over and giving Jim Valley 5.
Yeah. Come on.
They're talking about
What are you
Memphis
going to
and
do?
Jerry Lawler.
What, crowns on your tights?
Bubba Blanchard out here. Looks like he's going to grab a seat right here.
There it is.
He's going to be right here in front of our announcing booth.
You know something? It's good to see the Blanchards back together. It's great to see Bubba here supporting Jeremy. You know something? It is fantastic. I got to tell you, is there more? These guys are great. That's all I got to say, Frank.
Well, Bubba Blanchard out here, I think, to support his brother. It looks like maybe they patched up some differences in the back.
This is a huge, huge matchup. The Blanchards have had so much momentum lately. You know, they were denied from the tag team titles, and now they've got to face, I mean, come on. Mustafa, the guy who was too extreme for New Jack. How extreme do you have to be when New Jack says, I don't want anything to do with you? Come on.
Well, I'm sure that Jeremy Blanchard, who's been in the ring with some of the very best, has been looking forward to this matchup. Bubba here giving him encouragement. Looks like things are all patched up. It's good to see the brothers back together. Mustafa and Jeremy Blanchard hooking up in our main event here on Portland Wrestling.
And if I'm Mustafa, I've got to think that I've got to watch when the other Blanchard is going to get involved in this match, because you know it's got to happen, Frank. It's got to happen, because you know that Jeremy has got to be watching everybody's back. Bubba's watching Jeremy's back. This match is very critical here in Portland Wrestling.
Well, Mustafa, as you mentioned, comes to us from ECW when ECW was ECW.
Yes.
A real brawling style. Jeremy Blanchard can brawl with the best of them, but really is a great mat technician as well.
You know, obviously, they come from Memphis. How could you not come from Memphis without being influenced by Jerry Lawler? That's impossible. So this match, you know how much Jerry Lawler thinks about ECW? Nothing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this match breaks down between someone who comes from a traditional wrestling base in Memphis and then Mustafa.
Absolutely. Fans, this matchup being brought to you by great Portland Wrestling sponsor, You Pull It, and Crazy Gym. 3 great locations for all your needs. Now just choking away is Mustafa. This is what we expect from him.
Exactly.
He has got his arms right around the neck of Jeremy Blanchard, and Bubba now over there telling him, giving him some encouragement, telling Mark Watson to pay attention to what's going on.
I'll tell you what, if you see Mustafa, you look in his eyes and you know that boy just ain't right. Look at those eyes, Frank. I mean, come on. The elevator does not go all the way to the top when you're talking about Mustafa Saeed, 2-time ECW champion, 2-time Smoky Mountain champion, 2-time World Wrestling Council champion. These guys have done it all when it comes to tag team wrestling, and there's Mustafa wreaking havoc here in Portland Wrestling.
And Mustafa, as you can see, has got a plan to just come in and brawl with Jeremy Blanchard. Now Jeremy just firing back. Jeremy, as we mentioned, taking care of family business. We're still not sure what that is. And now Vinny Massaro gone in Italy, and after the fiasco of the referee throwing out the French star just before the shootout, I'm not sure Uncle Sal didn't have something to do with that.
I just want to know if the Cartel is going to come back and start headbutting everybody in the chest. That's what I want to know, because that's the most over maneuver in the world right now.
Mustafa with a big elbow, 1-2, almost a 3-count. Referee Mark Watson's hand was coming down. Bubba up out of his chair already, and now Mustafa just choking away. Fans, next week on Portland Wrestling, it is Ugly versus Adam Thornstowe for the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight title. Luster the Legend taking on the returning Caden Matthews. A great story. He's been having some great things happen in his career, but he is back here in Portland Wrestling wanting to climb up and get that title shot again.
There is so much happening in Portland Wrestling next week. Obviously, Big Ugly feels a lot of pressure to get the title back. Caden Matthews coming back to Portland Wrestling needs to impress a lot of people in his debut back here in Portland Wrestling. next week you got to tune in, fans.
Absolutely. And Diafala the Butcher, who scares me every single time. Oh, big knee takes Jeremy Blanchard down. Fans, we need to take a timeout. Can Jeremy Blanchard get the win back, or is Mustafa on his way to another victory here on Portland Wrestling? We'll find out right after this timeout. Continued to lay blows in. Jeremy Blanchard tried to make a comeback, but right now he's got Mustafa going for a suplex, but Blanchard blocking those moves. Suplex of his own. Down goes Mustafa.
Is that going to be enough? Does this turn the tables? And you see Bubba outside giving him a standing ovation, cheering his brother on, and you gotta love to see that. If they can beat Mustafa, and I mean they literally, maybe they can go on to the tag team titles. There's a lot riding on the line for both Mustafa and the Blanchards. Oh my goodness gracious!
There it is. There it is. The shoulder strap has come down. Derek Drexel doesn't know the history, the trueness behind it. Jeremy Blanchard sure does, having watched Lawler for years. Big clothesline puts down Mustafa.
You know something? When you're in Memphis at the Mid-South Coliseum, nothing means more than bringing down that strap. Obviously, the Blanchards here to fight tonight. The fist drop.
Right off the second rope. You could see Jeremy Blanchard. He is pulling down out from his memory all the big moves he saw growing up, the things that made Jerry Lawler successful, the moves that have made Jeremy Blanchard successful.
You know,
he's pulling them all
I
out
have
tonight.
read a lot about wrestling, and I don't know how many times I've read that.
I don't want to hear you guys talking about any more dissension. I don't want to hear you guys talking about it. The Blanchard brothers, we're here. We're the real deal.
Whoa,
what the? Wait.
Jeremy Blanchard.
Oh my God, that was
ran into
horrible
a chair,
timing.
Into a chair thrown by Bubba Blanchard.
Bubba talking about no more dissension, and then
I know he was there. That wasn't
Bubba saying he didn't know he was even there, and Bubba obviously very frustrated. And
Jeremy Blanchard was chasing Mustafa all over the ring, and Bubba Blanchard was acting very upset and contrite about it, but he hit Jeremy Blanchard hard in the midsection with that chair.
Frank, I'm stunned. That was just horrible timing.
Don't make any more out of it.
I'm saying it was a mistake. Don't get me wrong, Bubba. And huge
big
power slam. But
it is all over. Ring the bell.
Frank, I gotta wonder this. Why was there no rescue? Why did Bubba not get in the ring? Why didn't he erase pencils have erasers. Why didn't he try to erase that mistake?
Well, Mustafa in the ring clearly with another victory. Impressive. Moving up the ranks in Portland Wrestling. Bubba now into the ring.
Why now? Why now, Frank?
I am not sure what is going on with these two brothers. They have arguments. Look at Jeremy. He is not sure what has happened.
Jeremy's asking the exact same question I am, and Bubba, we got to take Bubba at face value. He says it was an accident. I mean, how could you time that? He was talking to us, and then he throws the chair, and you've got to take Bubba at his word, Frank. You've got it. You've got no choice.
Jeremy not listening to him at all. Was rolled out of the ring. And Bubba's clearly trying to say it was an accident. Bygones be bygones, but Jeremy not buying it for a minute.
You know something, Frank? You and I have family. Everybody has family, and we all have family problems. And let's hope that this is just one of those family speed bumps in the road for the Blanchards.
Wow. Things continued to deteriorate between the brothers Blanchard. So it was finally time for Don Cost and the board of directors to sanction Jeremy versus Bubba one-on-one inside the squared circle.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Weighing in at 235 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, he is the self-proclaimed Prince of Memphis, Jeremy Blanchard. His opponent at 240 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Bubba Blanchard.
There he is, coming in the hometown team from Eugene, Oregon, who you mentioned put on the map against the Oklahoma Sooners. It is Bubba Blanchard, Jeremy Blanchard, brother against brother. Bubba wants the house mic, Jim.
Sure, Bubba's got a lot on his mind and a lot to say.
That's right, Portland! Let that piece of trash know about it! Now for the last few weeks, we've been coming out here, and he's been cute, playing all his
tell you something there, big guy. I got one of the hardest hands in the world today. So, what I went out and did, though, is I got myself an insurance policy. And what I did was, I hope you're listening, Vinny Massaro. I hope you're listening, Uncle Sal. Because what I did is I pulled one of the biggest coups in the history of Portland wrestling. I got myself an insurance policy. You fans know them. And I'm going to guarantee you, when you go home tonight, you will have nightmares when you see who's about to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly pronounce my insurance policy a human killing machine, Malachi!
Whoa, what?
Malachi!
Jim Valley.
He's gonna kill.
Malachi is back in Portland wrestling,
and he is a coup, as he mentioned. Bubba Blanchard has got him to watch his back.
About the insurance policy, big boy.
Last time we saw Malachi, he was associated with the Cartel.
Well, you heard Bubba say, well, big brother, you're in the ring. Big brother Jeremy better get in there. Referee Mark Watson, third man in the ring for this. The insurance policy. What an insurance policy that is.
Tell you what, I don't know which is the better looker of the Blanchards, but I think I know which one is the smartest.
Well, that would be right now the younger brother, Bubba. Jeremy thought that he was all ready for this matchup. He thought he had them all psyched out. Clearly, Bubba has played some head games.
Obviously, Bubba taking this very seriously. And, I think he got it out of his head. So often we've seen in the ring where brother fights brother or, former friends, and somebody just can't get it out of their head. They can't get that old logic that, my friend is now my enemy. But obviously, Bubba is able to realize that Jeremy just isn't his brother anymore. He's now an opponent.
Absolutely. And look at Jeremy. He's playing head games just with the gear he wears, wearing an OSU shirt. He was the biggest Duck fan forever. This man has just completely changed. The betrayal that he did to Bubba Blanchard, second to none. You go back to biblical times with great betrayals. This takes the cake of them.
It's really a shame because they tried for so long and so hard to win that last tag team title. They were banned for days and months. They finally win it, and then it comes to this. It's really kind of sad, Frank.
And this is not a wrestling match right now. These two men are just pounding away on each other, fist clubbed by Bubba Blanchard. Look at the venom that is coming from this man.
Both these guys, so much hatred, but can you blame Bubba? His brother came out a couple of weeks ago and just whacked him with a chair several times, then hit him with the pile driver.
Absolutely. And Jim Valley, I am being told in the back that Skag Rollins has been seen leaving the building.
What?
Skag Rollins due up next for our chain match against Jason Sullivan has been seen leaving the building. We're going to have to get more details on that, Jim Valley. I am not sure what that is all about.
Frank, wait a second. Wait. We've been talking about this chain match for weeks.
Absolutely, Jim. But something has gone in Skag. Something has snapped. Something has happened.
Something, Frank, I got to be honest with you. If you got Portland Wrestling on Demand, I saw the interviews in the past couple of weeks. Obviously, Jason Sullivan fired up to take on Skag in this chain match. Skag has not been himself in interviews lately. He wasn't threatening victory. He wasn't promising victory. No. He wasn't threatening blood. He wasn't threatening to kick Jason's, anything. Absolutely. He was very subdued, and now...
Very subdued.
And now he leaves?
We'll try to find out. I understand they're trying to come up with an opponent for Jason Sullivan right now. I'm just stunned, but right now you can see Bubba and being led around the ring by Jeremy. He's having his way with him.
Something, you got to give it up to both the Blanchards. Obviously Jeremy has taken a beating, Bubba has taken a beating, and now Jeremy's got to be out here with Malachi, and he still has the guts, at least, to be out here to face his brother, even though the odds are against him.
And you can see Malachi, that's the backup that Bubba brought him for. Jeremy had taken him outside. Malachi was there to make sure it ended inside the squared circle.
We're going to see what happens. I don't know if this feud could ever end, to be honest, Frank. These guys are just going to go tooth and nail probably till their dying day, but we'll see what happens here in Portland Wrestling.
This for me. Wow, did he just nail Bubba Blanchard in the face and down went Bubba. That was quite a shot from Jeremy Blanchard. Malachi over here to make sure Bubba's okay. I can imagine Vinny Massaro in the back is just going nuts. He has probably called Uncle Sal just trying to figure out what is going on with Malachi.
I can only imagine that. Frank, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted, but Bubba just got up here and he's bleeding from the mouth from that last shot that he took from his brother Jeremy, and I still can't get over that Skag Rollins is, I hate to say it, but I guess he's tucked tail and left.
Wow, well, if you've seen Jason Sullivan in action, you know what that man is capable of. And we'll find out more from Skag Rollins. We'll get a hold of Dr. Luther and try to figure out what is going on. But Skag Rollins is his left fans. We'll find out more here on upcoming weeks. Look at Jeremy Blanchard down. Bubba Blanchard now trying to get a second win. This is nothing but a family fight, Jim.
I'll tell you, somebody call Richard Dawson because we have a family feud.
A big suplex on the concrete outside here.
Don't bother with Richard Karn or Al from Home Improvement.
No, that was a bad version.
Yeah, let's go with, or Louis Anderson for that matter.
Now Bubba Blanchard, you can see he is bleeding from around the mouth.
Yeah.
This man has taken a tremendous beating. Jeremy Blanchard now has grabbed a steel chair on the other side.
How despicable was it? Jeremy comes out holding the same chair that he just whacked his brother with, and there's Malachi.
That's what the insurance is for.
Exactly, and it's a good thing Malachi is there. I believe Malachi will not get involved in this match unless he absolutely has to, and he had to there.
Absolutely. Fans, I'd like to say a quick hello to a great wrestling fan, Sarah and Millie. I understand, speaking of insurance, they were in a small car accident recently, just recovering, watching Portland Wrestling again. We'd like to wish Sarah and Millie a quick recovery, but that's what insurance is for, to get the car fixed. It's insurance to keep Bubba from getting hit on the head with the steel chair again.
And it has been very effective insurance here. You can say that Bubba is in good hands, but he's also in a very sad state right now. He really has taken a beating at the hands of his brother Jeremy.
Absolutely. Now Jeremy going outside. What is he doing again? He's going for the steel chair. Malachi on the other side of the ring. He's a little Malachi. What is Malachi doing? Oh, he just smashed his head with the chair.
Where was Malachi there, Frank? He saw the whole thing.
Well, Jeremy Blanchard now in the ring. What? Malachi had the chain. He didn't even move.
No, he watched the whole thing. He was like a picture, Frank. He was standing still the whole time.
Well, and he took a tremendous shot to the head when that post and the chair combined. Oh, Bubba Blanchard has been busted open.
Geez.
That just busted him open.
You hate to see that, Frank. Yeah, Bubba is in a bad way right now, but Malachi's not even helping you. What?
Well, maybe the premium was late, but Bubba Blanchard, that chair shot against the steel pole really busted Bubba Blanchard open.
Yeah, he is. Look at that. This is almost the last time we saw Bubba with the Cartel. He is really taking a beating. If it's not from his brother, it's from the Cartel. And
oh, my goodness. Dropped him right on his head, Jim Valley.
Hits the diamond dust there off the top rope, does Jeremy Blanchard on Bubba, and Jeremy now is really opened up. You can see, and look, again, Frank, he goes for the chair, and there's...
Malachi is in the ring. Finally in the ring.
Finally
in the ring. He is stopping him. He is saying... What
the?
Oh, my goodness. What has Malachi done? What, Jim Valley? What did he do? Malachi has turned on the man who paid the insurance premiums.
Your winner as a result of disqualification.
Obviously,
Bubba
Jeremy's
Blanchard.
paid Malachi more.
Wow.
You people are about as stupid as they come. I'm smarter than you. I'm better looking than you. And gosh darn it, I bought myself an insurance policy. How you like that, idiot?
Wow, Jeremy Blanchard has just pulled up. Bubba thought he had swerved him, that he had the coup, that Uncle Sal was going to be stunned. Now we know why Jeremy Blanchard was visiting with Vinny Massaro.
I guess it all makes sense now, Frank. Still, Malachi obviously still has loyalties to the family, to the cartel, and to Uncle Sal, and sadly, Bubba's paying for it here. We've seen Bubba take some beatings before.
And listen to Jeremy. He is telling him to set him up for the cross-arm straightjacket pile driver. He is going to spike Bubba Blanchard and break his neck.
Oh, my gosh.
Spike! Oh, my goodness. The cross-arm straightjacket pile driver.
I don't know there's a move that's ever taken more people out in wrestling than that maneuver, Frank.
And now he's just choking away.
When you combine all the hits from the chair, you combine, now look at him just hanging him.
They're hanging. Oh my goodness! I cannot believe that.
He's not touching. His feet.
The blood
are
is
literally feet from the floor.
The blood is pouring, and now Malachi is just biting. Oh my goodness!
Oh, you can see just pouring
Look at the blood. Bubba Blanchard in a lot of trouble. Fans, we need to take a break.
Yeah.
He is let go. Bubba Blanchard is completely out. We need to get to the bottom of this, fans. Jason Sullivan next.
Yeah, and apparently Skag. Is Skag coming out?
I don't know. We'll find out right after this timeout. Wow.
A swerve by Jeremy and Malachi literally left Bubba hanging. But the feud was far from over, and it was time to put the two inside a steel cage at the Total Chaos pay-per-view of Portland Wrestling. So let's go to that match. It's Bubba versus Jeremy inside the steel cage. Couple more things. It's not just a cage match. It's an I Quit cage match between the two brothers. And legendary Portland wrestling announcer Don Koss from the Don Owen era joins me on commentary for this great matchup. And the steel cage that you see is actually the Don Owen steel cage from Portland Wrestling. Grappler and I went down to Eugene, picked it up from Barry Owen. It was laying in a field covered in grass. We picked it up, cleaned it up, and this is the actual Don Owen cage that was so many of the great memories of Portland Wrestling it's built on. So let's get to that matchup. Jeremy Blanchard versus Bubba Blanchard in the steel cage.
Listen to the fans chanting for Bubba. Referee Mark Watson is locking the door. Now it is padlocked. Malachi cannot get in. This is one-on-one. Ring the bell. We are going. The steel cage I Quit match is on the air.
Happy.
Don, it doesn't get any better than this. We've talked about all the great matches that the Owens promotion put on. Great cards. This one tops them all. The biggest card in Portland wrestling history. Wrestling in the Northwest. Doesn't matter where it's been. It's right here. Total chaos on Portland wrestling.
Yep. There's a leg trip takedown by Jeremy on his brother Bubba. And you can go back. You can go back years, Frank, when remember when Dutch Savage was taking care of the Washington area, and Don Owen had Portland, and Barry Owen had Eugene and South, and they had the circuits going, and Portland wrestling was just ruling the pro wrestling world in the Northwest, and really for the most part on the West Coast.
Absolutely.
And it still had nothing like we have right now tonight. Total chaos pay-per-view.
Well, Don, you mentioned the Owen heritage. There is a bit of heritage in that steel cage. This is the Don Owen cage. It was in Barry Owen's barn. Don, we went down and picked it out ourselves and refurbished it just a little bit. But there is a lot of history inside this squared circle tonight.
There's blood on that cage that belongs to people like Stan Stasiak. It belongs to people like Billy Jack.
The Kangaroos.
Rip Oliver, the Kangaroos. Lonnie Main.
Von Steigers.
And probably some of Sandy Barr's blood is on that too.
Absolutely. But right now, Jeremy Blanchard has got his way going with, Bubba Blanchard over Jeremy Blanchard. You saw early in the match Jeremy doing some chain wrestling, trying to show his brother that he's a better wrestler. This is not about wrestling tonight.
No.
This is about disrespect. This is about betrayal. This is about being the better brother, as each of them say.
Yeah, this is the ultimate family feud right here. And that's hurting Bubba right there. And Bubba with a hip toss on brother Jeremy. Here comes Jeremy. Another arm drag, and a body drag over toward the edge of the ring.
And well, Bubba, you can look. He is down. He is holding that knee.
Sure he is. You bet.
He had some great arm drag takedowns there, countering Jeremy's from earlier, but the knee simply gave out on that last one, and down he went. This is what Malachi tried to do to him, to keep him out of this match. The board of directors was positive, Don, that this is the right move?
I hope that we haven't made a bad decision, and I don't think we have. We knew that, and Bubba knows that his left leg is hurting, and that was the first thing that Jeremy was going to go for, and he did.
Well, now you can see Bubba trying to keep his face from being pushed inside that corner there, that if he gets in there, Don, it's just going to rip his face apart.
He's going to carve it up. He's going to carve it up.
Oh, no, now Jeremy blocks it, and Bubba trying to push his head into it. Don, that fencing will just be like lettuce through a cheese grater.
Sure, you bet. Yeah, turnabout is fair slam. There's an elbow by Jeremy.
We saw Bubba throwing some hard punches in, and Bubba able to block it one more time. Jeremy really trying to force his head in. The man who can make his opponent bleed first tonight has a real advantage.
He's just inches from that cage. Now both of them going at each other with elbows and forearms.
And Don, there is no time limit. We could be here for hours because this is an I quit cage match.
Boy, you see that whole cage just move when he hit that thing.
Absolutely. Wow. Bubba now misses the elbow. Jeremy into the steel cage, and down he goes.
There he goes. The first one into the cage itself, into the mesh of that iron wire mesh, was Jeremy Blanchard.
And Don, what did we tell you would happen when a man got put into it?
Oh, he wears that for a long time.
And right now you can see Bubba Blanchard trying to bust Jeremy Blanchard open even farther. That cage has lacerated Jeremy Blanchard.
Absolutely it has.
Bubba Blanchard now trying to seize the opportunity.
Oh, look at his face. Look at his face.
And
yeah,
he is trying to get Jeremy to say, I quit.
Yeah. No. He busted him open with that. But, I can't even imagine either one of these guys saying I quit.
No, absolutely not, Don. Both of these are warriors in the ring. Whether it's partners or enemies, neither of this man knows the word quit.
No.
Now whipped in the corner, Jeremy Blanchard. In the corner, hard charging back elbow by Bubba Blanchard. Right on the chin into the forehead. He knows that he's got his brother bleeding, and he knows that if he can take great advantage, that it's all over. Bubba really, really wants revenge here tonight.
Here comes Bubba, and nobody there.
Now Jeremy has got him, and into the steel cage goes Bubba Blanchard, right with his shoulder, Don. His shoulder went right into that steel cage. Don, the shoulder is nothing but flesh again. Bubba Blanchard in a lot of trouble.
Body parts can only take so much beating before the whole body starts to wear down, and that's what both of these men are going for. And this isn't just a professional wrestling match between two professional wrestlers. We have family out there, brother against brother.
You wonder what their parents are thinking right now, Don Kloss.
Oh, they've got to be wondering, what did we do wrong?
They cannot be happy with this at all.
No.
And once again, the shoulder going in, and the shoulder has been ripped open on Bubba Blanchard. You can see the blood starting to flow.
Yeah, he cut himself into the in that cage right there, the steel cage, the mesh in there. Yeah, so he's been cut on his shoulder. Jeremy's been cut on his face and head. Oh, there he goes. Look out! And now, see, again, smart wrestling on the part of Jeremy, creating a weak spot on his brother Bubba and working on it.
Absolutely. Now look at him working on the arm.
Oh, yeah.
It is really, really being ripped open.
No.
Oh, he is
so
really,
painful.
really.
But he's not saying I quit.
No, he is not. That is not in him at all.
Yeah, referee Mark Watson over there with a microphone. Anytime it looks like one of these men is going to be in an I quit situation, that microphone will be right in their face.
Absolutely. Now, Bubba Blanchard firing back. Don Kloss, this is just amazing.
It really is. And now Jeremy with Bubba against that cage. Oh,
what is...
Mustafa. No. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
He has
Mustafa's got scissors out there.
That's Malachi.
Malachi.
And he is just ripping it open even farther.
Malachi with scissors.
Look at the arm, the shoulder. Those cuts go deep, Don Cost.
You know, I was just thinking moments ago, Malachi outside the ring can really pose no problem for Bubba, but we found out, yes, he certainly can.
Look right here,
Look at
Don.
these scissors.
Look at the blood on these scissors right here.
I'm going to want to use them again, I think, so I'm going to take them back.
Hey, leave the scissors here.
Malachi, this one, he can't get in the cage, but he sure did damage from outside.
Oh, he did. Look at that left arm of Bubba Blanchard is like the Red Sea.
Yes, it is. Now, Jeremy Blanchard going to the top rope, but Bubba fighting back. He's climbing. He's on the first rope. He is on the second rope, Don.
Now he's going to headbutt him. He's headbutting him right in the chest. He wants to take him down off that top rope. Both men up. There he goes. Suplex.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
From the third rope, two big men. That's not Virgil Flynn flying.
Right. That's heavy bodies right there. From the top rope, halfway across the ring. And now both men are hurting in different ways.
Referee Mark Watson seeing if either man wants to quit. Neither man is going to quit. Now he is just choking away. Bubba Blanchard choking. Jeremy is saying never, and he rakes Bubba across the eyes.
I think we may need an extra referee on the outside for Malachi or anyone else who has an idea of coming out and interfering.
Absolutely. Look at these two warriors in the ring, bleeding profusely. These two brothers sitting, kneeling, going toe-to-toe, knee to knee, actually, they're done. This is getting ugly in the ring.
Oh, here we go. More ugly. Right into the ring, right into the steel cage goes Bubba Blanchard. This time, face first.
And, Don, there is that greater effect once again. Bubba Blanchard now bleeding from the forehead as well. There's only so much blood that a man can lose in a match, Don. You see it running down his arm.
Yeah.
You see his face now turning into a crimson mask. Jeremy Blanchard clearly has things going his way.
Goes into the cage again.
And down he goes. Referee Mark Watson is going to have to check here because I think Bubba Blanchard has got to be towards the end of his rope.
I don't know. This guy, he's very resilient and he's got a lot of heart. Now, here we go.
And he is just driving those.
What is this?
He is carving his face up. Listen to him scream there, Don Cost.
Malachi's got the scissors out there again. Grab those scissors and
we have got to take those away. Look at the blood on those, Don Cost.
We have put the scissors aside over here by our monitor, hoping that...
But Bubba Blanchard would not give up. Look at the blood.
No, he's not giving up. He's not giving up. Wait, what's Malachi doing now?
Drives a boot right into his head.
Come on.
Another one.
Come on. Once again, Bubba Blanchard finds himself fighting two men here, his brother and Malachi, inside and outside.
Unbelievable. Bubba Blanchard has lost such a great amount of blood, but this is 2-on-1. This isn't inside the steel cage where one can. We have the scissors gouging into his head, and look at him now.
Oh, he's out of it. He's out of it, and here he comes, smashed against the cage again. And there goes Malachi working on that shoulder.
Just working on it. Over.
He's trying to bite through the cage. He did. He was biting through the cage.
Unbelievable.
No, he's not giving up. He's not giving up. He is taking the beating of his life right now, but he's not about to give up.
No, he is.
Here comes the referee again. No, he's not.
He is going to break his arm down. Look at the way he is pulling back on it. Bubba Blanchard he had better submit right now, Don. As much as I hate to say it, look at the blood loss that he has. He is bleeding profusely. A crimson mask doesn't even do him justice.
He's not going to give up.
Jeremy Blanchard is just rolling him over. He is definitely the Prince of Memphis in this matchup. He is definitely the Prince of Portland at this time. Bubba reverses it.
Oh, he's got brother Jeremy in a
submission move, and he is going to break his arm in a Fujiwara armbar there, Don. He is really pulling it back.
This is absolutely incredible. Now the referee's holding the microphone down to Jeremy. Is he going to quit?
And he says absolutely not. Jeremy Blanchard doesn't want to quit at all. He is not quitting.
Wow.
He is not quitting.
This is absolutely incredible. Both of these men bleeding profusely. One of them's going to lose enough blood to where they're not going to be able to continue.
Well, look at Jeremy's face.
Well, you can't.
Bubba's face, excuse me.
Yeah, Bubba's face.
I couldn't even tell who it was from the amount of blood that's in there.
No, but I mean, you can't look at Bubba's face because you can't see it through all the blood.
He's got him up. What is he doing?
Oh,
face
man.
plant.
Oh, right. And again, face first. And now Jeremy.
He has hooked the leg, and now he's going for an arm and pulling the arm and the leg down.
Yeah.
Look at the pressure that he's applying right there.
And there's the referee with a microphone. No, he's not giving up.
Absolutely not, Don. The crowd here is just going crazy for Bubba Blanchard, trying to encourage him on, fans. This is the kind of action you see all the time in Portland wrestling, and tonight you're seeing it on Total Chaos.
Pay-per-view. I think some fans are yelling out to Bubba to go ahead and submit because he won't be able to continue with his career if this continues.
Absolutely not. Do you look at the blood is rolling down the back of his head, down the back of his down his back, Don Cost. That's how much blood is flowing from Bubba Blanchard. His arm has been shredded. Jeremy Blanchard bleeding as well. The referee, his arm is up. That's twice. His arm is up twice. His arm.
No. It didn't drop.
It did not drop
for the third time.
Bubba Blanchard would not give up. He is in tremendous pain. Look at Jeremy cranking down on that time and time again. The pressure is just intense.
And look at Malachi on the outside looking in, pacing out there like a panther.
Look at Bubba's face. If we could get a close-up of Bubba's face right now. There's Don Cost. Look at that.
There's two.
He is completely out, Don. I swear he is completely
He's
out.
unconscious. He's unconscious. The referee, his arm dropped for the third time.
Bubba can't quit. He is completely out. He is passed out, Bubba Blanchard from the pain.
He never said I quit.
No, but the referee is awarded him the match because Bubba can't physically quit.
He can't continue because he's unconscious.
Wow, Don Cost.
Well, what did we say? That at some point he's going to lose enough blood to where he can't continue, and this is exactly what happened.
Jeremy Blanchard celebrating. The fans booed.
I don't know how you can celebrate in an I quit match when the man didn't quit.
Well, Don, right here in front of us, look at the blood on these scissors.
Yeah, I'm taking those back. I'm taking those back to the board of directors.
Malachi now climbing in the ring, victorious with pile driver. No, they cannot. They cannot.
The man's defenseless. What are you going to pile drive? He's already beaten.
You ask if you're smiling now, Don Cost. You just sanctioned this matchup. It was because of Jeremy's action that this match took place, Don Cost. And Malachi setting him up for a pile driver.
Yeah,
got him up. Oh, my goodness.
Pile driving an unconscious man. Boy, that's a manly thing to do, huh?
Well, that is why Malachi and Jeremy Blanchard are one of the greatest forces emerging here in Portland wrestling today. They're going for one more, Don Cost.
I can't believe. I just hope that we didn't make the wrong decision here.
Well, this is life-threatening. He has got him. It's career-ending right here for sure.
Certainly career-threatening.
A spike pile.
We're gonna need some help in here, Frank. We're gonna need some security or something in there.
Malachi.
This has gone too far.
And he's just wiping the blood of Jeremy or Bubba Blanchard.
Malachi's got blood all over him, but it's Bubba's blood.
There is the winner of the match. He is threatening the fans. Jeremy Blanchard is just completely snapped. Look at Malachi.
He's
the blood all over him. Bubba Blanchard laying in the ring.
I quit. I still have you. Should I quit?
He never said I quit.
You take it back. Who got their hand raised?
He never said I quit.
Somewhere. You know what I mean?
He's threatening you with the
So you
scissors.
pile drive an unconscious man?
Don't you ever look at me that way ever again. You got that?
Well, I think we're going to have some match.
I'm looking at you.
Don Costa, board of directors, going to have to do something.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do. We're going to have to do something about Malachi.
Well, we got to do something about both those guys, Malachi and Jeremy Blanchard. Bubba is.
He's convulsing in the ring.
Yes, he is. We've got to get medical help in here for Bubba Blanchard right now.
So the feud between the Blanchard brothers really isn't finished, even inside the steel cage. Stay tuned to Portland Wrestling 2000s for updates on how did the brothers ever come back together, if they even did. That's all the time we have for this week, but coming very soon, we're going back to the legends of Portland Wrestling, the Grappler. We're going to show you a steel cage match with the Grappler versus Ed Moondog Moretti. A very, very bloody affair. How the Grappler even was able to walk afterwards, I still don't know to this day. And then from the Salem State Fair, it's tag team action as the Grappler and Moretti team up, going against Scotty Mack and Terry Taylor being flown in for this very special event. That's Terry Taylor, Scotty Mack versus Ed Moondog Moretti and the Grappler for the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship. You don't want to miss that. It's coming up soon. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single moment of action. That's Portland Wrestling 2000's Frank Culbertson saying, see you next time.